All right, welcome back. So we at this point have braided 15 of our loops. We are now ready to finish this off with row 32. So on that back side, go ahead, start off by doing your chain 2 and then your 5 double crochets. And 5. So here we are at the midway point, chain 10, and from here we're going to do those extra 3 chains. It's almost like you're starting some type of new project, and we've done our chaining and now we've turned and we're doing almost like a row 1. You're going to loop 2 times, insert your hook into the 1, 2, 3, 4th stitch, and complete a treble crochet. So there's a loop. Pull through 2 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. That's just going to give you enough to hang on to actually finish off this triple crochet chain is what I'm calling it. You're going to do 13 triple crochets around that chain that you've made. You want the look to be consistent with the rest of the loops of the project, so it is important that you loop around. So what I'm doing here to be able to grab onto that is I'm kind of awkwardly holding with my pinky. That's kind of what makes this more of an advanced project, is this is really tricky to get that down starting off. Oh, that was a double. Let me redo that. Once you have a couple done, it is easier to just let it hang out and you can work a little faster. It's just those first few after the turn. Okay, I'm going to be quiet for a moment and concentrate. Oops. Okay, now I've kind of lost track, so let me see how many we need. So we have, not counting those end chains, number 1 was inserted into a stitch, and then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're looking to have 14 total. 12, 13, 14. So from here, we're actually going to remove our hook, pull this very long because we don't want to lose it, and now we just have this loose little treble crochet chain that we've made. This is going to become our last loop. So we are going to find the beginning of our project. When you loop that towards you, we have our very first braided loop. And we want to make sure we have the last bit of your project as well. So here's our 15th loop. First, you're going to reach through and bring that treble crochet chain through the middle of your 15th loop. After that, have your first loop facing you, and you want to find a path behind that very first loop, which we're going to weave this treble crochet chain through. So push and pinch that treble crochet chain behind that little path. And now you can see we're starting to connect this braid. So now that you've pulled that chain through the back side of loop 1, you're actually going to push it back through the center of loop number 15. So once you do that, things get a little tricky from here. We're going to flip the whole project inside out, and notice I'm still pinching onto that little chain. The yarn is pulling through the middle now, and that's okay. It's going to be annoying for a second, but we're going to finish up and it'll be out of our way in no time. So locate that long loop that you've left, start to get rid of some of that extra slack, and we want to put our hook back onto it. From here, that piece of the treble crochet chain that I've pulled through, I just hook through the middle. You just need to loop anywhere so that it stays put, and then just wrap and pull through a quick little slip stitch. So now that loop is going to stay put. Go ahead and wrap and locate your 6th stitch of the row. So if you look, we're on the back side of that row again. Your original 5 stitches are up here, and we're going to finish 6 through 10 over here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, and here's my number 6. I'm going to finish my row with double crochets. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we have this funky little loop going on, but with our finished row. Also, when you follow the project inside out, you can find row number 1 is ready to connect. So I'm going to rotate everything upside down so my hook is back on my right side. And I'm going to line up row number 1 to row number 32. From here, I'm just going to insert my hook into the first stitch that I see of row number 1. And then I'm also going to insert it into the very last stitch that I made in row 32. I'm going to join these 2 rows with a slip stitch, tighten it up a little bit, and I'm going to continue this process all the way across. So that's number 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you have the second half of row 32. Remember that loop's going to be in the middle. Here's number 6. This one might be trickier to get to. There we go. Seven, 8, 9, and 10. So from here, easy peasy, we're going to snip this off, secure that down, and off screen I'll be taking the time to really tie and finish that in nicely, but for now I just want to flip it right side out and show you guys the finished braided ear warmer. You just got to straighten that out and smooth it. And there it is. I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.